Hello po! Isang magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ngayon po ay month-end January 31, 2023, Martes. At mabuhay po kayo. Welcome po sa the stock market today. Ang ating balita ay tungkol sa PSE Index. Welcome po. Ako po si Benji Chidoro, isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007. Araw-araw ko pong ginagawa ang mga balita tungkol sa inyong paborito at pinaka-aktibong stock sa Philippine market. Kung gusto niyo po ng content, niimbitahan ko po kayo mag-subscribe. Kung meron po kayong stocks na gusto ipa-review, may mga tanong tungkol sa Philippine stock market, o may mga tanong tungkol sa wealth management, i-comment nyo lang po sa comment box at aking po-prioritize. Huwag kayong alis dahil babahagi ko sa inyo ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, January 31, 2022, dito lamang sa the stock market today. Okay, ang ating headlines po ay galing po ng BDO Securities. At the first one is Marcos signs executive order adopting development plan. Ito po yung 2023 to 2028. Full TB reward as rates drop. So na fully award nila yung T-bills, no? Every Wednesday, actually one day before Wednesday po ginagawa yan, which is Tuesday. At Wednesday po dinidistribute. Tanduay sustained momentum in 2022. Ito po yung LTG subsidiary, Tanduay Distillers. Kumikita po siya. UPB net income steady at 12.7 billion in 2022. And MPI targets 500 million revenues from dairy business by 2025. Then, budget carriers reinstating flights to China. So, ito po yung PAL and Cebu Pacific, which is increasing frequency. And one is Cebu, which has increased its flight frequency to Hong Kong by up to 28 times weekly. So, that would be about 4 times a day. Pero may news po natin ay hindi po dyan. Nandito po siya. And first, i-highlight ko lang po. Ito po, no? Market struggle before central bank rate decisions. But before that, meron po ako nakitang news item on yesterday's happening in the PSE Index. At nandito po yun. Index tumbles below 7,000 on profit taking. So, yesterday, meron po nagtanong regarding what happened on the Philippine stock market, ano? Ito si Reg Lagman, sabi niya, "Hi Sir Bench, nagtaka din ako sa DMC but I noticed a drop in SCC since I'm holding it at the moment. Perhaps the drop in DMC was due to the same reason as that of SCC, which may have to do with the steep drop in price of coal." Well, probably. And nakikinig ako sa ANC yesterday, o nanonood pala kami. Ang sabi doon ng analyst was that it was the removal of RLC and MEG in the index and the inclusion of DMC and Union Bank in the 30 company index, ano? Pero kung titingnan mo yung UPB, okay, no, tumaas si UPB. Pero pagka titignan mo naman si DMC ay bumaba. Tapos si San Miguel, which had a court of appeals decision against it, ano? Yung the court ruled to continue the fixed contract rate between SMC Global Power and Meralco na 4.16 pesos per kilowatt hour, itutuloy yun, ay against San Miguel po yun, pero tumaas pa si San Miguel. So, very contrasting nga po eh. Anyway, tingnan po natin ito kasi index tumbles below 7,000 level on profit taking. Now, on the other hand, here, in business world, ang sinasabi naman po dito Shares decline as market awaits Fed and US data. So, it's probably a combination of both, ano? Na nag-profit taking, and at the same time ay worry sila on the decision of the US Fed, which will be mirrored by the Philippine Central Bank, ano? So tingnan po natin ito. Stocks drop on Monday amid lack of catalyst as investors await the US Federal Reserve's policy decision and economic data releases. The benchmark Philippine Stock Exchange Index, which we reported yesterday, was down 81.19 points or 1.15%. Nasa 6,970.97. The broader all-share index is also down by 1.01%. The markets was jittery ahead of the Fed key rate hike and forward guidance, which is expected to remain hawkish. First Metro Investment Corp Head of Research Christina Ulang said in a Viber message. Ang ibig sabihin po ng hawkish, mataas. Ang ibig sabihin po ng opposite ng hawkish is dovish, mababa. Okay, hawkish is it will maintain that high rates, no? Philippine shares started the week in the red with attention specifically on the Fed interest rate decision out this week, said Regina Capital Development Head of Sales Luis Limlingan in a Viber message. Mr. Limlingan said investors are awaiting for more signals from the Fed on its policy direction amid current inflation environment in the world's largest economy. Ito naman, the stock market opened the week in a sour note. Ito po yung profit taking, below the 7,000 level as investors pocketed profits amid domestic and international concerns. The local bourse started the week in the negative as investors take profits amid lack of catalyst, sabi po ni Japet Tantiangco of PhilStocks. Investors are concerned over the sustainability of the local economy's strong performance seen in 2022 amid lingering headwinds from elevated inflation to rising interest rates to challenges from offshore. Luis Limlingan of Regina Capital said that the Philippine share started the week in the red with attention specifically on the US Fed interest rate decision out next week. Yan po. But ito naman ay just out 2 hours ago, so let me share this with you. Market struggle before central bank rate decisions. The stock markets wavered on Monday with central banks set to lift interest rates again later this week as policymakers battle high inflation. Wall Street retreated with a tech-savvy Nasdaq Composite Index shedding 2%, and Paris and Frankfurt both gave up 0.2% at their European close. And then the US Federal Reserve is forecast Wednesday to lift interest rates by just 25 basis points, down from a half-point hike last month, which followed 4 straight 75 basis point increases. So in spite of the small increase, ay worry pa rin yung mga central banks abroad, including our own Philippine Central Bank, which is expected to raise interest rates by 25 basis points also. Okay, so yun po ang ating news at yun po, that is to answer the question of Reg Lagman, what is the same reason of SCC? Probably also tama yan, call prices, tignan natin si SCC kasi ngayon po ay 11 o'clock in the morning at tignan natin 3060 po si SCC. Uy, bumaba na naman, bumaba na naman siya, and perhaps nakakarry po siya ng market sentiment. 3060, kahapon it closed at 33 pesos. Yeah, sa support nasa 29 pesos yan. 29.50 ang support niya ngayon. Ngayon, DMC naman, tingnan natin si DMC, 1094, bumababa si DMC. Yan, laki ng drop, So, tingnan natin yung most active stocks. Refresh lang natin. Most active is Ali, down 3.54%, SEC at 7.27, DMC at 6.32. Ngayon, anong bright spot natin dito? GT Cap is almost flat eh. MWC is up 1 peso 79 centavos. Wilcon is up 227. At wala na akong nakikitang familiar stocks dito. JGS is down 5.22. DFNN is also down, DMC. But these companies are fundamentally sound. Ano? Nakakarry lang siya ng market sentiment. Okay, so we'll be back later as the market closes. So, stay tuned. Okay, we're back. So, ano nangyari sa index natin? Nag-dive 177.72 points down. Nasa 6793.25 or 2.55% down, ha? At this is greater than yesterday's 1.15% or 81.19. So I think these are more on the jitters sa Fed Reserve, ano? And what will happen to the Fed Reserve. And I think ito po yung pina-price in na po ng market. No? So in the past few days, the market has been pricing in the expected 25 basis points rate hike on the Fed Reserve. Okay, so let's take a look at the market summary. 147 companies declined, 50 advanced, while 27 remained unchanged. Ang all-share index bumaba rin, 1.90%. Lahat po ng sectoral indices ay down at pinangunahan po ng mining at 3.63%. Pumangalawa ang properties at 3.09%. So, kita natin ang most active stock ay Ali, down by 5.64%, nasa 29.30. So mamaya tingnan po natin ang Ali, SM, BDO, SMPH, lahat nag-dive eh. At wala akong makitang good news, ano? JFC at ICT. Okay, so mag-start na po tayo. Start tayo kay Ali. So properties po ito, no? Number 1 ang properties sa yan, no? 2 red engulfing candlesticks in the past 2 days. At dito, the last time it went oversold was October. And now it's January 31, ano? So ngayon ay patuloy na bumababa at on the short and medium term ay bearish na po si Ali. Pero nagtatouch na po siya dito sa long-term indicator. Yung EMA 100 natin nasa 29.23, nasa 29.30 po si Ali. And let's see, no, mukhang this may be acting as a resistance, no? Kasi po yung previous let's draw a parallel channel instead. I was thinking of a horizontal line. Yan po yung parallel channel ni Ali eh. Yan po siya. So na-break na po yung parallel channel and the horizontal support is at the EMA 100, ano, nasa 29.23. Ngayon po, just take note, ano, kasi RSI is at 37.86. Now, the moment na mag-30 yan or below, it's a good time to buy, no? It's oversold na kasi. So, technically oversold. Ngayon po, kung sa inyo na first time nyo marinig ang oversold at overbought, yan po yung indicator ng RSI that if it's 30 or below, then it's oversold. 70 and above, it's overbought. Ang ibig ko sabihin ng oversold ay the stock is technically undervalued and therefore a reversal could be seen in the next few days. If the RSI is overbought, the stock is technically overvalued and you may see a reversal in the price pababa in the coming days. So I have a special video, yung number 13, tungkol sa RSI. Click on that link for further details. Malapit na po mag-oversold, nasa 37.86, mga 8 points na lang po oversold na. Pero yan po, no? Yan po ang lagay ni Ali. And once it reaches oversold levels, it may be a good time to buy. Kasi po maganda po yung historical information yan pagka oversold or overbought si Ali. Okay, next we have SM. Si SM ay may red candlestick but nag-recover siya in the last few minutes siguro. Tingnan natin yung yan, nag-recover nga siya in the last hour, no? 1, 2, 3, 4. In the last hour, nag-recover po si SM. At technically, nag-oversold siya sa hindi po maganda. Tingnan po natin yung 1 day. Okay, overbought po siya dito noong December 1, pero bihira po mag-oversold at overbought si SM. So right now, nasa gitna lang po, nasa 48.25, a little below the midpoint. So if we will be drawing a Darvas box, rectangle po yan. Yan po ang movement niya from this point, November 25 up to January 31. Yan po ang movement niya with the upper border forming our resistance at 960 and the lower border forming our support at 892. BDO is next. Si BDO ay iyan. Actually, moving sideways lang po. Nagko-consolidate lang po si BDO and this is the consolidation pattern niya from an upward trend. So nag-hold po si BDO, no? Nag-overbought na po siya pero bumaba na po yung RSI pero mataas pa rin, nasa 65.75, meaning that we may see some upward movement on the stock in the coming days. Ang support niya nandito po sa 112.60, while yung resistance pwede po nating ilagay dito sa area to. Nag-hold lang po siya dito. Nasa 124 po ang pinaka-resistance level po ng BTO. Next, we have SMPH. Si SMPH ay okay, turning bearish na po siya on the short term, but actually on the long term ay bullish pa po, no? So si SM ay medyo matatag, no? Sa term na ginagamit ko po ay matatag. If we will be drawing kasi a parallel channel on SM, yan po ang parallel channel niya. From this point here, October 12 up to January 31, and based on this parallel channel, nasa 35.81 po ang pinaka-support and 39.14 ang pinaka-resistance po niya. Upward pa rin po ang kanyang movement. And then, JFC. JFC ay yan po. Actually, nakikita ko po si JFC na paakyat. And the 100-day EMA is our support. So, kung parallel channel po ang gagawin natin, ito po siya. From this to here. Yan po yung parallel channel ni JFC. Yan. Yan po more or less. Ang movement ni JFC, na support niya, nasa 234.99, very close to the EMA 100 at 236.64 support and resistance. Di po yan exact points, areas po yan. So it's between 235 and 236 ang pinaka-support niya, while the resistance nandito po sa 259. Medyo ano siya, no? From this point to this point, I would say paakyat pa rin po siya, but hindi po siya bigla. Very slow po ang akyat, pero umaakyat po. Okay, finally we have ICT. ICT ay paakyat din si ICT. Although nakakita po na tayo ng mga red and green candlesticks dito na pababa, but the general direction is still upwards. Yan. Yan si ICT. More or less yan po ang pinaka-movement niya. So from October 3 up to January 31, yan po ang pinaka-parallel channel niya. Bullish po si ICT, although there is a red candlestick here. In the medium and long term, siya po ay bullish. Support is at 198. EMA 100 is 195. So it's between 195 and 198 po ang pinaka-support. Resistance is at, ang resistance po nasa 226.88. Okay, yan po ang ating report sa stock market. Ika-31 ng Enero, last day of the month. Tapos si Benji Chidoro nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik hanggang sa muli. Stay safe, God bless, and see you next month, February 1.